Give me some ones in the chat if you can hear me now. Give me some ones in the chat. Ones in the chat. There we go. I told y'all I'm still trying to get this live thing down packed. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? James, what's up, James? Ashley, Stacy, DJ Breakpoint, Tiffany Ryan, Toriana Blade, Gregory Thomas Jr., Living the Dream 7, Scat Peasy. What's up? What's up, Jake Potts? What up, everybody? We got a lot to talk about. I'm going to give it another minute or so. I almost forgot. Oh, yeah. Didi got a podcast. Hey, I appreciate you reminding me, Mike. I have a fire live intro I'm about to get created. It's going to be so fire. It's going to be so fire. Like, straight up. It's going to be really good. So look. Let me start. What's up, Miss Freeman? Shout out to the new member, Jacqueline Money. Appreciate you. We always want somebody to join the membership with a last name like that. No, I'm just joking. Thank you for becoming a member. Means a lot. Yeah, I don't have my locks right now. I have them in the other room. I still have them, and I'm gonna reattach them soon. Hey, so look, while I have everybody here, I probably should wait till later in the live to say this. I could just repeat it then, but if you all can do me one favor, if you have like some notes or something to jot down, I need one favor from everybody. You've already hit the like button for me. You know what I'm saying? So I really appreciate that. You've already put some ones in the chat to let me know that you can now hear me. I need you all to follow my other social media, not just my other YouTube channels, which is attached to my YouTube channel. You can find them on my YouTube, on this channel's homepage. But I need you all to follow my Instagrams, because I am about to, after this month, I am about to hire someone, and this is only possible because of you all. I will be able to hire someone to finally help me kick off my Instagram. And I mean kick it off. I've been doing YouTube. I've been doing my podcast for 5 years, and I've been interviewing people for like 3 of those years. And there's countless interviews all across my Instagram. But I do want to redirect my Instagram to sort of fit what I'm doing on YouTube and create some clips, which, by the way, if you are pretty good, or if you know someone that's pretty good at creating clips, then hit my email at ddmotivates@gmail. ddmotivates@gmail. Only if you're really good, right? We only want high quality work. Otherwise, I'm just going to go through the normal platforms where you get to hire people to do this type of stuff. But I would like to just go directly to one of you all. But I really need you all to follow the Instagram. And this is why, not only because of the reason I just gave you, but I need you to follow it, because I need to remind you all that the stuff that we talk about on my channel is taboo, but it can be dangerous in the way in which my channel can be taken at any moment. Right? Didi got clips. That's actually a pretty creative name. I'm gonna put that on the screen. Didi got clips. That's pretty dope. Somebody said they're the clip commander. Listen, I'm really serious. Hit the email, please. No gimmicks, no jokes. If you are not really good, don't even waste my time. I don't even mean to sound rude, but I'm really serious. I could do it myself. I have many shorts on my channel that I've done, but I just don't have the time. I also want to state that this will be the last video that I'm doing covering the Charlie Kirk situation. I've made like 4 or 5 videos on it, but each one was necessary, in my opinion, and served a different purpose. I want to remind everybody who has already been watching the lives and been following the channel, but also for those that are new, that I'm not covering the Charlie Kirk situation necessarily because of Charlie Kirk. I don't mean to sound insensitive because I've said rest in peace to him and send condolences to him and his loved ones. I don't care if you believe that Charlie Kirk was racist. I don't care what, negative criticisms you have of him. I have my critiques of Charlie Kirk as well. He was a human being and he deserved the right to live just as everyone else did. And that's all I care about, right? And so I got emotional seeing that this man was assassinated in front of his family, which we're going to talk about, right? But this will be my final video because I have to get back to my research. I have some projects I have to give some attention to, and I'm going to try to get one of them out to you all later this week. I got a lot of work. I need a Fuentes deep dive. Is anybody going to tell them that I've already done literally an hour-long video on Nick Fuentes? You might want to go and check that out. And it's only like 5 or 6 videos ago. So you don't even have to go that far. But once again, hit that like button on your way in if you don't mind. I really, really appreciate it. Please follow my Instagram. All of this stuff is connected in the bio of my YouTube channel. I really need you all to follow it. You never have to watch it, or at least for the time being, because I don't really post. The Kobe one is coming, but it's going to take some time. It will be a Patreon exclusive. So, Gregory, if you are on Patreon, bro, I got you. I promise you I got you. Part 1 of that will be coming in due time. I'm not going to give you a date because I don't want to let you down, but just give me time with everything because I got like 2 or 3 big ones I need to do for YouTube, and then I got a couple of big ones I need to do for Patreon. So stay tuned for that. So let's talk about some stuff with Charlie Kirk. I'm going to say some stuff in this interview, in this live, that's going to come off as very insensitive. And it's not meant to be insensitive. As a matter of fact, let me do this. Let me do this while I'm thinking about it. Let me do this while I'm thinking about it. So let's see here. I would like to announce that once again, I am not in any way I am not meaning to sound insensitive, but I no longer believe that Charlie Kirk was assassinated by a sniper. Before, I was questioning if it was a lone sniper, as in if this person was working with other people. I don't believe that anymore. We've already covered on the channel the possibility and the suspicious behavior of the men that was beside and around Charlie Kirk. There's some other stuff going on here. I believe that Charlie Kirk, we've already discussed the potential reasons why he was assassinated, but I would like to talk about who did it. Because I don't know how I didn't catch this the first time, but when I was looking at Charlie Kirk's body, Charlie Kirk, the knee-jerk reaction that his body gave that obviously I can't talk about or show here, or I can talk about it, but I can't show here on YouTube. His body was not that, the knee-jerk reaction that his body gave was not consistent with that of someone who was pow-powed from a perpetrator in front of them. It just wasn't. It just wasn't. When you slow that video down, after I built up enough courage to be able to push myself through doing that, it is clear to me personally, this is everything I say in this live is alleged. This is just my opinion. It is clear to me that Charlie Kirk was struck from the right side of his body. We were already, previewing the suspicious behavior of the people beside him, but I'm talking about his body. Before we even get to any of that, when you look at his body. So I'm going to show you all a video of a gentleman observing the same thing that I observed. And I will not show anything nefarious. I will not show anything inappropriate. We will not show the actual situation itself, but I will show what happens before, and I'm about to show you what happened right after. But I will not, it will be completely blurred out. We will not show anything inappropriate, insensitive, disrespectful. This is to YouTube, and this is also to my viewers. I would never, ever in life disrespect this platform, disrespect the family, the loved ones. I wouldn't do that. But we need to investigate the footage, because there's some weird stuff going on. And this is before we get into Candace Owens and the things that Candace Owens shared today. So let's get into it.
All right, I think I found the shooter. This guy right here with the white hat, he starts it by creating a couple signals. He touches the bill of his hat, and then he touches his ear. The guy that shot Charlie is over on this side, so he's seeing that guy, and he's also seeing this guy. This guy has to get out of the way from the guy in the white, and he steps forward to get in front of this guy so that the guy that's over here that shoots him can see him, and he rubs his right arm. And then you can see this guy in the background. Watch this.
Do you know how many mass shooters there have been?
There goes the signals.
Over the last 10 years. Counting or not counting gang violence?
All right, this is where I really want you to pay attention. Do you see how this guy right here, he moved in front of that guy. He's actually leaning forward right here, and he's touching his arm so that this guy right here in the white shirt, you can see he's holding the gun right there. Watch this. This is terrifying, guys. If I go frame by frame, watch this. So if I back up a little bit, the moment the guy in black moves his arm out, watch what happens. When the arm comes out right here, watch what happens to this guy. See how he's got his arm up? Now that guy raises his arms, and you can see the gun right here. This is it's gonna recoil. And then as soon as he gets done recoiling, Charlie moves.
Watch closely.
Here it comes. You're gonna see that guy in the white shirt. He's gonna lift his right elbow. Ready? Right here. He lifts his elbow. He's holding a gun. And watch what happens. He shoots it. His hand goes right back into place, and then Charlie gets hit. Watch this. Raise his elbow. Boom. Look at that. Watch the gun shoot right now, and watch Charlie get hit right now. Oh my God. Look at it. It's clear as day. The guy in the black shirt shows that guy in the white shirt in the background, his arm.
Yep.
The guy puts his gun up, puts his elbow up, pop, bang. Look at that. Pop.
Now, obviously, the video is heavily edited. I've edited the video heavily. You are free to go on Twitter and check out this video. I can put the link in the description. Listen to me. When I watched this video, I said, bro, how did I, before we even look at the guy 100% had something in his hand. It 100% recoiled in his hand. But if you look at Charlie Kirk's, if you look at his body, just how his body reacted, I was like, why would anybody watching this video think that it came from the front to begin with? His body literally goes to the side. I'm like, it's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. I want to also remind everybody of everything that's happened since Charlie Kirk has passed away. Let me remind everybody. Since Charlie Kirk passed away, they've blocked the Epstein file release. they passed an amendment that bans the Pentagon from boycotting Israel. They proposed a bill for Marco Rubio to revoke passports for Israel critics. The House proposed $650 million for Israelis' missile defense. And Marco Rubio visits Israel. Now, for those of you who don't know who Marco Rubio is, this is absolutely mind-blowing, bro. And it's terrifying. Marco Rubio is the U.S. Secretary of State. He is also the acting National Security Advisor. He also serves as the acting administrator of USAID or USAID, right? And he's currently the acting archivist of the United States for the National Archives. Let me show you all something else that you don't know, that you probably don't know. I'm willing to bet that you probably don't know. Israel just launched something called 50 States, One Israel. They just announced this, I believe, earlier today. What is 50 States, One Israel? Apparently, it's a new project where 250 American legislators will spend 1 week in Israel to, quote unquote, to get a better feel of what Israel is really like. What is going on here? Not to mention that JD Vance, for those of you who don't know, JD Vance, our vice president, went live today on Charlie Kirk's YouTube channel. Interesting. Because it's interesting to me for a couple of different reasons. Well, the first reason is that JD Vance is not the president. I'm not saying that the vice president can't speak on him, but why is the vice president going live from Charlie Kirk's channel instead of the president? Why is President Trump giving a farewell speech or a tribute video to Charlie Kirk and the video is AI? Have you all seen that video? Let me see if I can go and get it. Let me see if I can get it. Let me see if I can get it. Share my screen. Boom. Boom. Guys, it's thundering where I am. Really bad, actually. It just started. Hopefully my electricity does not go out, but I'm just giving you a heads up just in case. So check this out.
His pinky just disappears and then reappears magically.
Yeah, if you run it again, it's very hard to tell. I'm looking at,
Tell me.
So something wrong with his hands?
Yeah, watch the pinky on the top hand.
Wow.
Oh, look.
Wow.
Welcome to the Jimmy Dore Show.
Shout out to Jimmy Dore. I love that channel. Go give them a follow if you haven't already. Not to mention that Donald Trump was asked less than 2 days after Charlie Kirk was assassinated, how are you doing? How are you holding up? I showed you all this in my last live. How are you holding up? Donald Trump goes, actually very good. Very good, actually. By the way, we're building this new ballroom that's under construction right now in the White House that we've been trying to get built for the last 150 years. And it's going to be so beautiful. What did you say? What did you say? Not to mention that, yes, he literally neglected. I also don't know if you all know that Donald Trump, or not Donald Trump, excuse me, the state of Utah a month ago passed a law that legalizes open carry, wait for it, on college campuses. It had never been legal before, but a month before or a month ago, they apparently legalized open carry on college campuses. Not only that, let me show you all something else that I'm sure some of you have seen. Can anybody explain to me who this person is right here?
Huli kami yung ganman mga idol.
Counting or not counting gang violence?
There's a shot right there.
Watch this. Watch closely.
Got a shot. Look at him. Oh, he's shot, dude. He's shot.
Who is this person right here? What is going on here? What is going on here? If you all remember, let me see if I can go to it. I showed you all the very first suspect. Here, let's see if we can find this video. Let's see if we can find this video. Suspect. Here we go. Do y'all remember this person right here? This person apparently, remember, this is the very first suspect. This person right here, everybody, apparently when everything took off and everybody was scrambling and running, was it false for real? I'll look into it and I'll correct myself, all right? So this person right here apparently screamed, "I did it, arrest me." He claimed to be the shooter because I was wondering what made them arrest this person. Apparently he was the person that was yelling that he did it and he should be arrested. That's the reason why they arrested this first guy. Because remember, it was him and then it was another gentleman in a white shirt, which those two were both two older white gentlemen. What is going on here? Now, somebody in my chat just told me that this is actually false information, so I'm going to look into it and double check. Somebody said, I thought you did your research. I did do my research, but you have to understand, I'm going to waste my time even trying to respond to these comments. There's something else I want you all to take a listen to.
Nuclear program is going to be destroyed, and anyone who gets in the way, it doesn't matter where they are, even if they are politicians in the West, they are going to fall because we cannot afford.
Hold on, did you hear what he just said? He threatened politicians in the West that if they don't agree with Israel's war against Iran, that they're going to fall. And remember, he's an Israeli agent. Are you saying Israel will murder politicians in the West or get rid of them politically through bribery or whatever else? What do you mean the politicians in the West will fall if they don't agree that to back Israel's war against Iran?
Yeah, we will not vote for them anymore.
Oh, no, well, you don't vote for them now. You're not in our country. What do you mean the politicians will fall?
We live in democracy, and we have the right to bring them up and to bring them down. Those who agree with Ayatollah, we don't want them in office. And all the sympathizers with terrorists like yourself, we don't want them even to be in our country.
Who is we, and how are you bringing down politicians in the West if they dare to defy Israel? Tell me how you're bringing them down.
I already answered you that.
Are you going to murder them, or are you going to bribe them? Or are you going to bribe someone else?
Yo, what? This person, who, from my understanding, doesn't even have the right to vote, is saying that if American politicians do not support the state of Israel, this person just said that they will fall. You don't have voting rights. So what do you mean they're going to fall? What power do you have? And what do you mean by that? I'm going to play it again. I want you all to notice when Shank asked him, what do you mean? Like, is that a threat? What do you mean by that? He goes, oh, I just mean voting. And then he smiles. Check out the smile. This is one of the most evil, mischievous smiles because he slipped up. I'm going to play this back.
Iranian nuclear program is going to be destroyed. And anyone who gets in the way, it doesn't matter where they are, even if they are politicians in the West, they are going to fall because we cannot afford.
Hold on. Did you hear what he just said? He threatened politicians in the West that if they don't agree with Israel's war against Iran, that they're going to fall. And remember, he's an Israeli agent. Are you saying Israel will murder politicians in the West or get rid of them politically through bribery or whatever else? What do you mean the politicians in the West will fall if they don't agree to back Israel's war against Iran?
Everybody, watch how he's about to give the most mischievous smile. This is the biggest lie ever, what he's about to say. And he's going to smile after, just like children did. Whenever we were children, we would smile after we got caught and we said something that was clearly unbelievable.
Yeah, we will not vote for them anymore.
Oh, no, well, you don't vote for them now. You're not in our country.
Right.
What do you mean the politicians will fall?
We live in democracy, and we have the right to bring them up and to bring them down. Those who agree with Ayatollah, we don't want them in office. And all the sympathizers with terrorists like yourself, we don't want them even to be in our country.
Who is we, and how are you bringing down politicians in the West if they dare to defy Israel? Tell me how you're bringing them down.
I already answered you that.
Are you going to murder them, or are you going to bribe them? Or are you going to bribe someone else?
I want you to imagine how bold you have to be to come into somebody else's house and say, if you do not do what we want you to do, and if you do not support us in our house, we're going to make sure that you lose your house and you're going to get put out. You're like, whoa, this is my house. What are you talking about here? And why are you so bold to just say that? This was a month ago. Not to mention that Bibi Netanyahu just got exposed by Candace Owens because Bibi Netanyahu is the prime minister of Israel, which, by the way, to address this statement, that somebody said you're starting to notice. No, I've noticed it years ago. Years ago. You just have to be careful about what you talk about on YouTube and what you don't. If you're a Patreon member and you've been following the channel for some time, you should know I've noticed a long time ago. Bibi Netanyahu went on television and lied by omission by making the entire interview about Israel, about Charlie Kirk loving Israel. I can't make this up. I literally can't make this up. Before I continue, let me address some super chats. Shout out to Elaine. Appreciate you so much for the super sticker, as always. Alex McKinney says, much love, DD spread Jesus. Amen. Jesus Christ is Lord. Joe Rockhead, thank you so much for the the $10 super chat. Means a lot. Now, this is probably going to be the part of the interview that's going to be the most controversial, or the part of the live that's going to be the most controversial. But there's something I would like to state. Many of you may not agree, and I'm okay with that. What I'm about to say is not meant to be hateful. What I'm about to say is not meant to be insensitive. I like to give you all what I really believe, and you all are free to think for yourself, as I always say, and that will never change. Shout out to Joe Rockhead once again for the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Order out of chaos. People are becoming more aware these days, so they are running out of time and pushing extra hard for the New World Order. I agree. I 100% agree. What happened to Charlie Kirk, the reason why I talk about this so much, I've made 5 videos in a row, combined with videos and lives, is because what they're trying to, the plans, right? How they're going to use this as a catalyst, as a vehicle, if you will. There is some stuff that's coming with this. You got legislators and Israeli legislators on Twitter talking about Charlie Kirk was actually here. I don't know if I should. Let me see if I have it on here. Do I have it? Yes. Okay. I need to send this. I need to share this. Hold on one sec, guys. I'm about to show you all something. And this right here is not false news. This is not fake news. I'm about to show you. And there's no way you can deny this. Boom, boom. Okay. Got it. Let's pull this up. Let me show you all something. Just bear with me. Just one sec. Let me show you all something. Okay. So the first thing I want to react to is this Instagram post by Israel. The state of Israel posted this on Instagram when Charlie Kirk was assassinated. They said, Charlie Kirk was an incredible friend of Israel. Charlie represented the Judeo-Christian values that unite Israel and America. Above all, he was a fearless warrior for truth and freedom. He was murdered for that. Rest in peace to Charlie. Hold up. How do you know the reason that he was assassinated? No one seems to know this. The only lie, and I believe it's a lie, everything I said is alleged. What they told us was that there were encryptions written on the bullets and carved on the bullets, the casings. Really? It's the same stuff they said with the assassination attempt in Butler, Pennsylvania against Trump. I've already given my opinions on that and the clown show that was. Something's off here. Why are you posting about Charlie Kirk and making it about Israel? Somebody in the chat, and I really mean this, tell me what Judeo-Christian values mean. Charlie represented the Judeo-Christian values that unite Israel. That's an oxymoron. Judaism, Christianity are not the same. We believe that Jesus Christ is Lord. Most of us. Lord. You all believe that Jesus Christ is burning in hell. What does Judeo-Christian values mean? Somebody got to explain that to me. Somebody got to explain that to me. Right? What does that mean? But that's not it. They also posted once again, and they said, Charlie Kirk was a steadfast friend of Israel and a true ally of the Jewish people. He stood proudly for the Judeo-Christian values that bind Israel and America. Charlie's fearless commitment to truth and freedom cost him his life. Violence may have taken him, but it cannot silence his legacy. May his memory be a blessing. Why does it seem like they know something that we don't? Why does it seem like they know something that we don't? You're stating the reason he was assassinated. How do you know that? The investigation is still ongoing, which, by the way, did you all know that the guy that they have in custody didn't even admit to it? Did you know that? Tyler Robinson has never and is currently not cooperating with law enforcement. He never at any point admitted to doing the shooting. How do you arrest someone that you don't have good reason to believe did it outside of the people around him saying it? Discord has already come out and debunked your claims that he was giving away all these details on Discord. They said that's false information. What are they talking about here? This is insanity. But I want to get to one of the biggest parts of the video. Charlie Kirk's wife, Erica Kirk, gave a speech that I'm sure most of you may have seen. And this is going to come off as insensitive, and it's not meant to, but I'm free to hold my own opinions. And I'm going to be careful with how I say this. Something's off. I know that's very vague, but we're going to watch just a little bit, maybe 2 minutes of her speech. And I'm going to tell you why it didn't sit right with me. Let's see here. What is going on here? You want to pull up? Okay, I'm not going to pull up. All right, I'll do it this way. All right, let's see here. I'm looking for the interview, guys. All right, boom, there's that. There's that. Going live. Okay, let's do it this way. So there's something about this speech that didn't sit right with me. Now, can you put some ones in the chat if you've seen this already? Put some twos in the chat. Wow. Now, this statement right here, I didn't type this. Erica is giving, I'm trying to crowd act like it, but if I quiver my voice, maybe you're foolish enough to believe it. Man, I feel so guilty for saying this. I feel so guilty for saying this. Okay, so I'm seeing mixed. Some people have seen it, some people have not. I'm more siding with Nana here. We're going to react to just a little bit of it, and you all tell me what you think. Don't just listen to me. We can react to this together. But I watched it. Everybody grieves in their own way. It reminds me of a rapper by the name of Rich Homie Quan. He actually passed away last year at a very odd time of the Young Thug trial. We covered this on the channel. Maybe I can include the link to that as well. And the behavior of Rich Homie Quan's people was very, very odd, man. Very odd. What's up, Brett? So we're going to react to this together because something's off.
Jesus. Good evening. My name is Erica Kirk. Charlie Kirk is my husband. I first want to thank the local, state, and federal law enforcement who worked tirelessly to capture my husband's assassin so that he can be brought to justice. I want to thank the first responders who struggled heroically to save Charles's life, and the police who acted bravely to make sure that there were no other victims on that terrible afternoon. I want to thank the officers who have protected our Turning Point USA family these past 2 days. And I want to thank the Turning Point USA board, the COO, Justin Strife, and my husband's chief of staff, the amazing Mikey McCoy, for all their work in these terrible days to be the stability for our family and for the wider Turning Point USA family as well. My heart is with every one of my husband's employees who lost a friend and a mentor. I want to thank the staffers of his amazing Charlie Kirk show who helped him broadcast from this studio, this chair. Every day he loved it. He loved what he did. I want to thank the millions of people who have shown their love for Charlie here in Phoenix, across America, and worldwide. I want to thank my husband's dear friend, Vice President Vance, and his phenomenal wife, Usha, for their love and support. You guys honored my husband so well bringing him home. You both are tremendous. I want to thank President Trump and his incredible family for the same. Mr. President, my husband loved you. And he knew that you loved him too. He did.
Before I even say anything, she's talking about the same Trump that was asked less than 2 days after this man lost his life. He was asked on camera, how are you holding up after your good friend was assassinated? Donald Trump said, very good, actually. Now look at this ballroom that we're building. That Trump, the same Trump that gave a dedication video to Charlie Kirk, and it was AI, it was a fake video. He couldn't even give a real video? Listen. I don't want to come off as insensitive, man. I really don't. I want you all, give me a 1 in the chat if you believe what you just saw was genuine. You give me a 2 in the chat if it was not genuine to you. I want you all, everything don't have to be a conspiracy. I just want you all's opinion. Give me a 1 in the chat if you believed her. And it's okay if you believed her. Give me a 2 in the chat if you didn't. I'm going to receive some flack for this, and That's okay, man. That's going to come with the platform. I don't believe her. I'm sorry. And I really am sorry because I'm in no position. I don't know what she may be going through. I don't. That was weird, man. That's not, I'm telling you, it reminds me, you all should go and check out my Rich Homie Quan video. Rich Homie Quan is a rapper that lost his life last year doing the Young Thug trial, and he lost his life at a very weird time, just like Charlie Kirk did. What do I mean? It was whispers coming out that Rich Homie Quan was being subpoenaed to testify against Young Thug. Shortly after that, he lost his life by way of overdose. We see the body cam footage, and his family, including his baby mama, who was at the house when it happened, was acting very strange. What is this? I'm sorry, man. I will not insult her. I will not attack her. That's not what I'm doing. This is off to me. This is off to me. Let's watch a little bit more. This seems like an infomercial to me. She has Donald Trump's hat sitting there. There's a, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. This is interesting to me.
Your friendship was amazing. You supported him so well.
This is the same Donald Trump. It has been confirmed by multiple people now, including Candace Owens, who got word from people who were there, including the bombshell article that we covered in my last live. They said one of the last conversations that Donald Trump and Charlie Kirk had was an extremely heated conversation about Israel. He said that he was voicing his opinions, and Donald Trump barked at him. Now, that was some months back, but it was another situation where he said that he started to notice and realize, or it was speculated that he started to realize, that Donald Trump may have been or may be, quote unquote, controlled, for lack of a better term.
As did he for you. 2 days ago, my husband, Charlie, went to see the face of his Savior and his God. Charlie always said that when he was gone, he wanted to be remembered for his courage and for his faith. And one of the final conversations that he had on this earth, my husband witnessed for his Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Now and for all eternity, he will stand at his Savior's side, wearing the glorious crown of a martyr.
What?
Charlie loved life.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I watched this originally, and I was not expecting to have this reaction. I wasn't. I don't want to have this reaction right now. I'll leave this alone. I don't want to come off as too harsh, but I'm just telling you all that this doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. It does not feel right. It just doesn't feel right. Yeah. Let's talk about Candace Owens. Candace Owens went live today, and she had quite a few things to share. One of the things that she shared was that apparently Charlie Kirk had texted her, and Candace Owens says that Charlie Kirk sent her a text message, and it sounded like some sort of poem or some sort of riddle, but it was essentially him stating that he was trying to stay the course. But with the new information he had received, he was really struggling to continue on the path that he believed to be the right path. And I think we all know what that was about based on our other lives and all the clips that's going viral of Charlie Kirk. Something else that she pointed out that was a great point is that why are there only grainy images of the shooter? Have you all noticed that from the campus? First and foremost, they said the guy changed clothes like 3 times. We've already debunked the fact that he didn't break down the gun. If you all see the video footage right after the shooting take place, whoever was on the roof, they immediately took off. How do you pow somebody, break down this gun immediately, get off the roof? We never see the gun in record timing. All gun experts have come out and said that's impossible. The very few, the very select images that they have shared from that college campus are all grainy. Why? Students have since went to the campus and verified with the tech crew that their cameras are in fact high quality. Why are we only getting grainy images? Right, you can get better images on our cell phone. Something's off here. Something's very, very off here. Candace Owens also revealed, which I thought was one of the most eye-opening parts of her live today. She revealed that the guy that they're telling us is the suspect, Tyler Robinson, 22-year-old Tyler Robinson, apparently went 33 hours before he turned himself in, even though he never confessed. And he was still wearing the same clothes. Did any of you notice that? Tyler Robinson was wearing the same clothes that he allegedly was wearing on campus 33 hours after the fact. Why is this a problem? Because according to Candace, one of his childhood friends reached out and says that it makes no sense because Tyler Robinson apparently is an extremely tidy person. He likes things neat and clean. You're expecting us to believe he committed one of the most heinous and gruesome assassinations in American history because of the way in which it was televised in front of his family and the rest of the country to see. But he keeps on the same outfit for the next 33 hours? Really? Yeah, I showed y'all the video. It makes no sense. Some people think that this was an arranged marriage. Interesting. 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 Something else I found very interesting about Candace Owens is right, exactly. He would have changed clothes. It makes no sense not to change clothes. Why would you not change clothes? You never confessed. Why would they arrest you? The Governor Cox said himself, he never confessed. Too many inconsistencies. One thing I found very interesting about Candace Owens' live as well was Candace Owens did not speak on one of the most blatantly obvious red flags since Charlie Kirk's assassination, and that was the Ben Shapiro situation. he has this back and forth with Ben Shapiro on camera, where he's suggesting to Ben Shapiro that maybe we should question the media and what they're telling us. Let's see if we can pull that one back up. Let's see if we can pull that one back up. Let's see. They're alive. Okay. No, I don't know where it is. But anyways, he has this back and forth with Ben Shapiro where he's suggesting that maybe we should start questioning Israel. And then right after that, he goes on this rant about how he's noticed that Jewish donors, some of the biggest Jewish donors in the world, in the country, have been behind, what did he say? Neoconservative, Marxist, BLM-like agendas that are anti-conservative. Ben Shapiro then goes on to, I believe his name is Mark Levin. Both of these two individuals are Zionists. And they start talking about Charlie Kirk. They start ranting about Charlie Kirk. This same person and Ben Shapiro has now announced that he's going to pick up the microphone and continue what Charlie Kirk left. As if what he left was not in the same place of where you are, buddy. Candace Owens, I believe it's in her NDA where she's not allowed to speak about that. You know, with the whole Daily Wire situation. Oh, did she? She actually did cover Ben Shapiro. She just didn't say his name. Interesting. Interesting. That's very interesting. Because you may be right, but that wasn't my perception. I felt like she danced around that one. And maybe you're saying like her general statement, sure. When she was saying like all these people, okay, fair enough. But I think it's in her NDA where she's not allowed to insult Ben Shapiro altogether. That's what I think. That's what I think. Candace Owens also revealed that apparently Charlie Kirk was a part of a meeting with a guy by the name of Bill Ackman, and then another gentleman, his name is escaping me. And Candace Owens actually texted this guy because she knows him on a personal level, and she asked him like, hey, do you want to let me know about this meeting before I go live today? And he would not respond to her. This meeting, apparently Bill Ackman and some other really big Jewish funders that was giving Charlie Kirk money, and it was obvious to me that they were giving him money. These people apparently was basically going after this guy because he was entertaining people like Dave Smith and Tucker Carlson. This is insanity, man. For those of you who are joining later, let me remind you all of everything that's happened since Charlie Kirk was assassinated, so you can understand why I talk about this so much. It's not about Charlie Kirk per se. It's bigger than that for me. They've blocked the Epstein file release. They passed amendments that bans the Pentagon from boycotting Israel. They proposed a bill for Rubio to revoke passports for people who are critical of Israel. The House approved $650 million for Israel's missile defense. And Marco Rubio has visited Israel. This is mind-blowing, y'all. Shout out to Joe Rockhead for the $10 super chat. Appreciate you. Let's see here. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat from Ave Maria. She says, former Hamas member on Piers. His dad's founded it. Is he on there currently, you're saying? Or was this before or what? Thank you so much for the $5 super chat, Joe Rockhead. This seems like low budget acting. She kind of makes me believe he's still alive or something. I'm not going to agree nor disagree with that. What I will say is, if a group of people are believing one thing, but you have no reason to believe the same thing that they believe, I wouldn't be stressed out. Sometimes people, as human beings, we got to trust what our human instincts are telling us. And watching this interview is sums off. Sums off here. Sums off here. Sums off here. I've also seen many medical professionals that have come out and said that if Charlie Kirk was truly struck by a bullet the way that they saw on camera, then there is a high likely chance that he passed away immediately, almost immediately. Why is this important? Because not only did they not announce it right away that he passed away, they also told us it was reports coming out that he was in critical condition. Critical condition. Huh. Okay. Which means that he would have been alive still. And why was Donald Trump the first person to report it? All the medical professionals are saying you would have almost immediately passed away by way of where the bullet struck him and by the blood that they saw. Yeah. Yeah, man, I don't know, y'all. I don't know, y'all. Thank you again for the $2 super chat, Ava Maria. The clip you showed, he was a monster. Oh, wait, really? Are you talking about the guy that was talking to Shank? Shank, I didn't know that because he sounded Israeli to me, and I'm pretty sure Shank said here. We'll play it back. I'm pretty sure he said that he was an Israeli agent. Here, let's play it back. Where is it at?
The nuclear program is going to be destroyed, and anyone who gets in the way, it doesn't matter where they are, even if they are politicians in the West, they are going to fall because we cannot afford.
Hold on, did you hear what he just said? He threatened politicians in the West that if they don't agree with Israel's war against Iran, that they're going to fall. And remember, he's an Israeli agent. Are you saying Israel will murder politicians in the West or get rid of them politically through bribery or whatever else? What do you mean the politicians in the West will fall if they don't agree to back Israel's war against Iran?
Yeah, we will not vote for them anymore.
Oh, no, well, you don't vote for them now. You're not in our country. What do you mean the politicians will fall?
We live in democracy, and we have the right to bring them up and to bring them down. Those who agree with Ayatollah, we don't want them in office. And all the sympathizers with terrorists like yourself, we don't want them even to be in our country.
Who is we, and how are you bringing down politicians in the West if they dare to defy Israel? Tell me how you're bringing them down.
I already answered you that.
Are you going to murder them, or are you going to bribe them? Or are you going to bribe someone else?
Yeah. That's a lot going on there. But For those of you that may have joined a little bit later, let me just recap real fast before I take a couple of questions where I fall at with this. I no longer believe that Charlie Kirk was assassinated by a lone shooter on the roof. I don't believe that he was assassinated by a sniper at all. In fact, I don't believe that Charlie Kirk was assassinated from in front of him. I believe that, and this, I'm not saying this is fact, I'm saying what I believe. I believe that it came from his right side. I do. I also believe that the FBI and the government is lying to us. A lot of you all won't be surprised to hear me say that, but I want to make sure that I iterate that explicitly so that there is no room for confusion. I don't believe that they're telling us the truth. I also believe, based on all the bills that's been passed, proposed, the interviews that's been given, the information that Candace Owens shared today, I think it's very obvious whether they were involved or not, the way in which they're going to use his death to push their agenda. I do. I do. I don't believe that Tyler Robinson was the person that did this, is the person that did this. And I also still need somebody to explain to me who this guy right here is.
Ayun, nahuli kami yung gunman, mga idol.
Counting or not counting gang violence? Great.
There's a shot right there. Gunshot. Look at him. Oh, he's shot, dude. He's shot.
Now, a naysayer could easily say, well, that could have just been a regular civilian who may have had his weapon on him. He heard a gunshot. He pulled his weapon out for protection. That's true. But my thing is, I'm going to tell you what I think is going on here. I think they have multiple people by design in the crowd being used as decoys. I 100% believe that. I think they were using people as decoys so that they could apprehend these people, maybe get some people away, maybe get some people on camera as distractions and other alternatives, including the person on the roof, who we know for a fact did not break down any gun, right? There's no hard evidence that he's the person that pulled the trigger and that's the bullet that contacted Charlie Kirk. There's no proof. Right? I believe they use it as a decoy to make it look as if they were actually trying to find the person that did this. Why are they? There are clips out here of them showing that Charlie Kirk's, the cameras for Charlie Kirk, the one that was directly behind him and the one that was directly in front of him. No one has been able to see this footage. Why? Why? That's my question. That's my question. Why? And I don't think we're going to ever get that footage, ever. Because it's a crime scene. Nobody should be unscrewing any wires, unplugging any cameras. You shouldn't be doing any of that. The police should get there and investigate. But instead, they immediately took the cameras before any investigations happened. The same way in Butler, Pennsylvania, when the Trump assassination attempt happened, for those of you who don't know, they immediately broke down the stage. You know, the day where his ear allegedly got grazed by a bullet, but his ear miraculously healed within 4 days? The stage that he was on was immediately broke down. All evidence was gone, was ruined. Yeah. Not scripted at all. Like I said, this is my last video. I got some other stuff I need to talk about. I need to make some videos. I need to do some research on some other stuff. I got other projects to work on. But I wanted to make sure I sort of left this off to make sure you all understand where I fall with this. I do not accept the story that they gave us. And I'm more than willing to do it if it makes sense. It doesn't make sense here. All right, guys, I'll take a couple of questions. Where's the autopsy report? Exactly. Exactly. Hey, Val, I'll tell you this. I'm willing to bet you all anything we will never get an autopsy report. Not a legitimate one. Can you cover the movie Him? I saw it. I thought about it. I don't know if I care enough to. I think those are one of the movies that are so straightforward to me. But if y'all want to see me cover it, I'll break it down. But in short, when I haven't watched it, but I've heard about it. I saw like some of the trailer. To me, it just seems pretty obvious that the film talks about the price that comes with being the quote unquote GOAT. And for those of you who are not on Patreon, I've already shared many times over why the term GOAT was popularized. Some of you can pretty much put that together. But I covered that in my Shannon Sharp series. Hey Marie, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Watch The Green Prince. He wrote Son of Hamas 2. Hadn't heard of that one. Libra, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Was Erica a pageant winner in one that Trump ran? I hadn't heard of that. Not that I'm aware of. If that is the case, that just makes all of this much more of a conflict of interest. Now I want to look at, matter of fact, I'll look into that now. Let's see. Was Erica Kirk in a pageant that Trump? Let's see. Yes. The answer is yes. Libra. Erica Kirk was a parent. I want to confirm this because I don't want to just be spewing something that may not be true. But let me see. So apparently she was Miss Pageant in 2012. She was she represented Arizona in Miss USA 2012. And for those of you who don't know, Turning Point USA is located in Arizona. So she was Miss USA 2012 in Arizona. And this is during the time that Donald Trump was the co-owner of Miss USA. That's very interesting because this is early, but I'm thinking like maybe in the future, I may do a deep dive on Charlie Kirk because I do believe that he was groomed from the time that he was a child. I do. In fact, I think it's pretty obvious that he was groomed. I think Turning Point USA was from its inception. It was used as, a vessel to push to be Christian/Zionist. Yeah, I believe that. And I think the fact that his wife has a connection to Trump outside of just him is even more crazy. Because in 2012, Charlie Kirk actually started Turning Point USA, from my understanding. I believe he was 18 at the time. And that's when she was in a pageant that Trump was running. That's wild. That's crazy. Y'all, that's crazy. That is crazy. That's crazy. I don't know what you call it, but it's weird. It's weird. No such thing as a Christian Zionist. You can say that again. I seen someone explain what Judeo-Christian value means. Basically, believing the Ten Commandments. Jews and the Jewish religion and Christianity believes in the Ten Commandments. But my thing is, there are some pretty core differences. So much, in fact, where I feel like Judeo-Christian shouldn't even be a term. That's my point. That's all. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. That crossed my mind. That crossed my mind as well, Shauna. That crossed my mind as well, Shauna. What's up, Shauna? Yeah, pretty dope, pretty dope. We got up to almost 2,000 people in here. It was pretty dope. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Masab Hassan, Yusuf, he was talking about, okay. I captured by Israel. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah, there was a huge picture of but look, not only, Dirk, was there a picture of Trump behind her, but just pay attention to
life.
There's Trump behind her, and then there's the Trump hat. There's two of them. This seems like an infomercial to me. Just like how JD Vance went live from Charlie Kirk's channel. I mean, I just don't know why that's necessary. Speaking about Israel, that's weird. It's weird. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. It's the same Trump that showed very little remorse, in my opinion. I don't get it. I don't get it. But yeah, I'm going to take one more question, everybody. And we're going to end the live early today. Let me know what you got. As she stands there in her white and black. It's just weird. Yeah, they're definitely they're definitely priming JD Vance to become the next president, 100%. And I don't just say that because he's vice president. I mean, like, before he got to that point. Nick Fuentes did a great breakdown on his come up. It's just so weird, bro. And the fact that I just thought about something, the fact that she went out of her way to say, President Trump, Charlie Kirk really loved you, and he know that you loved him. That almost comes off. I'm glad I remember. I thought about this, as if it was almost as if it was a plea to the people to come back on Trump's side. Because for those of you who don't know, for many other reasons, but especially because of the Jeffrey Epstein reason, a lot of people, including his base, has turned on him. So it almost comes off like, look, Charlie Kirk loved him, lost his life fighting for what Trump believed in. Look, everybody, this should be enough now. Love Trump because Charlie Kirk loved him. This stuff don't feel real. It don't feel real. It feels staged. Shout out to Izzo B for the $5 super chat. Did you understand everything Professor Jane was saying? I believe so. Yeah. Hit that like button. Hit that like button if you don't mind. Hit the like button. Yeah, there's some other stuff going on. It is staged so there can be a civil war. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But here's the thing that Sabrina, this is what makes things so even more sad or suspicious, I should say. It was right around the time he started to turn. This happened to him, and now everybody that's speaking on his behalf seems to only be talking about Charlie Kirk before he turned on them. Right? Before he turned on them. Before he started to question them. Nobody's talking about that part. They're only talking about him 5 months ago, 4 months ago. Why is nobody questioning the very important questions he was raising? Israel's influence on our foreign policy, on our government, on Congress, the bribery. Stop it. Shout out to Tactical Dish Soap for the $10 super chat. 2 types of people to watch out for. The evil people celebrating and dancing on Kirk's grave, and the Zionists foaming at the mouth to get more seats filled. Yeah. Yeah. To me, it's obvious. It's obvious what's going on here. It's obvious what's going on here. Shout out to Joe Rockhead for the $2 super chat. Does anyone know what the Turning Point USA mean? No. But what's so interesting is, since he's passed away, many people have been using that term to say that after Charlie Kirk has been assassinated, it is now a turning point for the USA. You see what they're doing here? Yeah. Yeah. Well, all right, everybody. I'm going to log off of here. I'm gonna start some research tonight on my next video. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Again, this is my last video on Charlie Kirk. Unless something really, really big comes out, I got some other projects to work on. Man, Didi, I've been meaning to catch up with you. I've consumed about 50 of Heavy Duty Country's videos. Now, since you mentioned dude, man, Buddy is dangerous. Yeah, he's a lot. I've reached out to him. I've offered to debate him. He hasn't responded. He's over there threatening to unalive people. He's talking about a civil war. And I'm like, brother, like, you're falling for the plot. And people like him, I think, know that there are psyops that happen on the people. He speaks about it on his channel. But then in the same breath, he'll talk about be ready for a civil war against the left. If you still think the left did this, I mean, there's really nothing to talk about with you, you know? So. See, you know nothing about Charlie Kirk, yet you comment wrong. What? I hope this person isn't saying this to me. Stop it. Stop it. I've been watching Charlie Kirk for some years. I told you all this. I literally interviewed with his team earlier this year. That's a fact. That's a fact. You gonna tell me I don't know about somebody I literally interviewed with? Thank you so much, Izzob, for the $10 super chat. Who I lost with Professor James said the child hide in the clouds and in the earth. I don't know what that is. I don't think that was in the same video. I've only watched one of his videos, and that was the video I showed in the last live. Shout out to Gypsy Drill. All of this smells real bad. Yeah, it does. Again, just pay attention to what's happening over the next few months. That's all I would say. Yep. But I appreciate y'all. I'm going to go ahead and tune out of here. I'm going to get some research done for a really big video I got coming. So y'all be on the lookout for that. It may be another week. Well, I'll be going live. I'll be going live Wednesday with a really big person exposing sororities. She's went viral all over the place. So, you know, teaming up with me is going to be really, really dope because I'm going to ask some really, really good questions. Subscribe to your Patreon. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Ava Maria. Means a lot, big time. I hope you enjoy the content over there. For sure. You people are crazy in the head. Never interview him. I never said I interview him. I interviewed with this team for a job earlier this year. That's a fact. But I'm going to go ahead and log off. Y'all have a great rest of your night. And I will see y'all in the next one. Again, tune in Wednesday. I got a really big one coming. You all are going to love it. It'll be the first interview ever on this channel on live. You don't want to miss this. Hit the notification bell so you do not miss it. Don't forget to follow me on my social media. Everything is tagged in my bio because, again, my channel could be taken from me at any moment. So I would like to connect with you all in other ways. Yeah, Candace, I agree. And I'm not so sure if I even saw any tears. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.